Welcome back to Project Ozone 3. And time to get started with some machinery, I think, this episode. We've got our mob farm sort of set up down there. I have put a rudimentary draw controller. I will just show you this first, just so you can reproduce it in your own game more than anything else. Behind here, it's still not automatic. I still have to kill things manually. However, occasionally, one of them will drop a pretty high-end loot bag. And that gets put in here and can be converted into many small loot bags. So what we've got, all the drops come into that box right there through some flat energy nodes coming from the middle. You saw that last episode. And it will try putting it up into this controller slave, which will go into all of these drawers. It will also try at the same time to put into this bag storage. So if there's bags, it'll try and put them in here. It's not necessary that it will, because we don't have conduit running yet to, have priorities and stuff like that. And then this then goes forward, again with a flat energy transfer into the bag opener, which is opening bags, as you can see. And then that, in turn, pushes upwards into this controller slave, and they're both part of this drawer controller. So you can see the stuff all over the place here, where it's trying to actually get, stuff stored. Now, not necessarily that this is the right place for it, because as I said, there was no priority system. So, for example, here, we've got stuff like ancient tomes, like that, right there, and one here as well. These can be stored in here, and should be. So I will be replacing this soon with the priority system. For now, it starts to dump lots of miscellaneous stuff into this system. One particular thing you're going to be looking for is right there. See that? This. Among other things, that can be easily converted into ender pearls. So if you see them, you may as well grab them and use that for whatever you will. This anti-barrel is a little bit expensive to make, or at least it was when I last tried. Let's have a look. Yes, because I had a diamond and it needed another ender pearl, and I was short of them. But once you've got one or two, then you can then make one of these. And there's plenty of stuff that comes through this as well. Plenty of useful stuff. In fact, that gold will be very useful right now. But other than that, yeah, it's fine for now. It needs to be corrected. In particular, we want those books to go somewhere special. There's lots and lots of enchanted books coming through. For example, let me just take out the ones I can see. And let's see how they... let's see what enchantments they have on them. And those are spells. We don't need to worry about those just yet. But let's see what the enchantments are on these. So smelting, Reaper 2. Reaper is good. XP boost 3. Withering. Fire protection. Reading, that's bibliographed. Multi-shot, good for bows. And XP boost 1. So those can all go in some kind of storage system for themselves. Not sure if they go in here. No, they don't. This will only take stuff that gets stacked. Like, for example, 1. It will never stack above that. Okay, so back over here. I need to put them somewhere. I don't know, don't I? Let me just put them over here. Yep, I've already got a few books here. Alright, I'm on with what we need to get to this episode. And the first thing there is power generation. And given that this is Project Ozone 3 and indeed a skyblock start, although that won't happen, but that won't be the obvious case for long, we'd have another portal to put up at some point soon. We should be able to use this kind of thing, the crucible, to generate power. Easy enough to do. We just need something that runs on lava, and we can go from there. Lava processing, was there anything else that... Yeah, now I did actually see some of this heat sand. So I've got a comment last episode from someone saying, if you go into the Nether and find some heat sand, that's really, really good at converting into lava, or at least heating lava. Now, I'm just making sure I didn't... there we go, heat sand, Natura. Now, I was going to turn that into heat glass, and it's a good thing I didn't smelt it. There was only one patch available on that little island that we started with. So we may as well go ahead and try that. I've got a recipe here with a furnace generator, which is just a furnace and some bits and pieces, some iron mainly. And we can get a magmatic generator, which is exactly what I want for this. And while I'm at it, do we have a category for that? You can see these are all starting to fill up over here. Gamma is embers, delta is mystical agriculture. You can see down here. Do we have anything that is actually Dynamics and Dry-O. No. Well, it's going to be in there somewhere. Extra utilities is what I'm looking for. It's fine if we don't have it. So, yes, we've got crucibles. We've got the ability to create a cobble gen, just like this, or we can reuse this one. And I have some heat sand to create it automatically. Wherever we're going to put this, I'm running out of room again, aren't I? So why don't I just create another section of the platform, and we'll come back for some machinery. Okay, important point. Sand is sand, including heat sand. So don't put that in the floor level. It will fall straight through, unless you've got something underneath. And here we should be able to use flat transfer nodes again. Quite like them, apart from them being slightly buggy. And we can use it for a pull mode like this. And then put our cobblestone generator on top, I think. And will that work? If it won't... yeah, it looks like it is working. Yeah, it's pulling cobble through. We may want to upgrade the speed of that sooner or later, but for now, it's fine. And that does mean, yep, we got the buffer of lava building up in our generator. Then we want the typical thermal expansion machines. Starting with either the pulverizer or I think maybe even the induction smelter. I've got some copper being made up, which needs some tin and some invar. And invar is relatively easy to make. It's just nickel and iron in a smeltery. So why don't we have a look at the induction smelter first, and we'll see how we get on. Induction smelter is relatively straightforward. We just need a couple of copper gears, and may as well make a couple more of those because we're probably going to need them elsewhere. Redstone reception coil, so I just need some redstone. Let's grab some view. And again, I'm probably going to want a few of those, so I'll just make 2 for now. A machine frame, which you need some tin gears. We can come back to that in a second. And some generic sand and a couple of invar. Well, I'm going to make a couple of invar gears. The sand I already have, I do with tin, so I've just switched this around. I've got some constantan in there, some bronze, and I've already got plenty of copper out of it, so we should be able to make tin as well. It ran out just as this was pouring, so we need to replace this. There it goes. That should start filling again. And we should have enough tin anyway, so that's not really a problem. Tin gears. Okay, can we assemble this? Machine frame. We'll make 2. Induction smelter. Let's put you, well, here for now. And you're powering up, that's good. And then we can use that to build other things. I also going to need a pulverizer at some point, but what else can we make with this? Let me have a look what we need. So one of the first things I actually want is just to take the machine frame out. That should get us a quest by itself right here, which should open up all the thermal expansion quests. There it is. Yep, so everything is ready now, and some of them are already done. There we go. And of course, we're going to need all the rest. I'm not going to need the igneous extruder or glacial precipitator except for the quest. No, the still just yet. Centrifuge, no. Compactor, magma crucible will be useful at some point, but we can already do that with essentially for the lava at least. We can do it with the normal crucible. So pulverizer, redstone furnace will both be good at this particular point. All right, pulverizer it is then. Pulverizer. We just need a piston, and that's going to need bits and pieces. Do I have enough stuff? Yes, we should make 4 pistons and 1 pulverizer. That music may get on my nerves a little bit sooner or later. There he goes. We can put that on top for now. And redstone furnace will be useful just so that I don't need to actually use any more wood to burn anything I want. Redstone furnace. We need more copper gears, more redstone reception coils. Okay, so I need bits and pieces. Need more redstone. Let's make a couple more of those. Looks like we needed more after all. Got the gears, the bricks. We're going to need normal bricks for that. It's going to need some clay cooking. So why don't we just put that in here? They can be making up. Can we do anything else? Is it just those? We need the machine frame back. Or another machine frame back, I should say. So we're going to need more tin gears. Hopefully we're going to get enough of that in here already. There we go. And hopefully back here we have everything we need for it. Let's have a look. Pistons out. Machine frame, let's make 3. And now the only thing we're missing is the bricks, which should actually be pretty close to being done. Yep, just one left. And we'll be able to make 2 of the block form bricks for this. There we go. There we go. All right. Yes, it's all sharing one magnetic generator. Now, the reason for these is then I want to be able to create, particularly the induction smelter, the ability to get conduits. And for conduits, we can use all kinds of different kinds of power transmission. But for now, I'm going to use, just to move the microphone, the energy conduits. We need conductive iron. Conductive iron is easy enough to make with iron and redstone in the induction smelter, of which I've got enough redstone. I mean, I will be able to make more. And we've got plenty of iron in this chest. It's just been piling up without much of a use. Oh, I've got some more there. That's fine. Let's just make reset all the inputs and outputs for these, just so I'm not accidentally outputting them anywhere. And yeah, in fact, what I can do is put one there, and that'll do. So I can output to that one, and then this one we can output to the top, I guess. Yeah. And then we can just say 20 of you and unlock that 20 of you. That should make conductive iron. We can use the conductive iron to make the first tier of energy conduit. Once we make conduit binder, which should be relatively straightforward, it being clay, gravel, and sand. And I'm using up clay at a rate of knots. We've got 11 in here, but the block form, so they'll make quite a few. There we go. So, gravel do we have, and sand? I have some sand because that comes from the mob farm as well. So that's always useful. Gravel, however. Do I have any gravel? Yes, I do. Is the answer. Okay, conduit binder. And we'll make 3 batches. It should have gone into this somewhere. Where did my conduit binder go? So use the finder thing conduit. There it is. And we can just smelt that up in our new redstone furnace, which we can send the outputs to the left and to that fine mode off. I make sure I can dump all this stuff that's actually in my inventory because of the mob farm out of the mob farm, or out of my inventory. So there's our conductive iron, and no, I can't get into this because it's a chest. Yeah, I'm gonna have to relocate that. We did get some conduit binder though, and we did get some conductive iron. So we should have everything we need for this. Okay, so now we've got energy conduit. We can replace. How do I want to do this? We probably want to do this underneath, I think, for the moment. Maybe I start going that way with the power, this way with the machines. So underneath here, I'm going to take some more of these. Wait for this to finish, and then send conduit going this way. And then we'll cover it with covers later. I mean, this just means because I'm using heat sand behind here, I can keep everything on the same level. Entirely up to you where you put yours. No real feelings either way. Until we get flight, in which case everything becomes a lot neater with flight. So if we put that there, I can get this back. and in you go. Cool. So we've got pretty much everything we need. We've got our thermal expansion machines, at least the basic ones. And then we can get onto the other ones here. We've got other quests for the various different kinds of ingot and jetpacks. How hard is it to make a leadstone jetpack? Leadstone jetpack. I want the one that doesn't actually attach to anything. I think that actually attaches to things, does it? Usually do, but let's take a look at the normal one. Yeah, as I expect, so lots of lead, leather, flux capacitor, which is basic stuff it looks like, sulfur we can get from the mob farm. Leadstone thrusters, that needs Rectin dynamos. This is all stuff we can get, or already have, in fact. Leadstone flux duct. Yeah, it's going to take me a little bit of assembly, but I'm not sure how long this actually will last. Must be one as a chest plate, and it'll have a hover mode, but it's only 80,000. It'll have multiple tiers, all the way down here to the flux infused jet plate, which is much better, of course. If we don't even have, well, what's the angel ring like? This is going to be terrible. Angel ring. How hard are you to make? Capture a lasso, a ghast, and a bat, and that's it. Cursed lasso is golden lasso, drop of evil, golden lasso. Well, that's actually not too hard. Ring of the flying squid. Squids we can get in water. Wither dust, ink sacs. Yeah, again, not too bad. Capture a chicken, which we get in our mob farm. Some feathers, and we need to get into extra utilities. Okay, it's not terrible to make an angel ring, but we need to get other stuff done first. Now, I tried to create a mob grinder from Draconic Evolution, but I just don't have enough Draconium. It's really hard to get. Honestly, I have to get glowstone into basically endstone, trying to hammer that down, and then I get like a less than 1% chance of getting the Draconium, or very few percent chance. So instead, we're going to have to go for what I did in Stone Block, which I quite like as well, but not quite as much as a mob grinder. But, you know, we'll get there. Which is to say, some mob fans, which should be straightforward-ish. So if I just grab some redstone, I've used all the glowstone. We will need some stone cooking up. Now that we don't need to use fuel anymore, we could throw these away. Well, not throw them away, because the higher tier ones are pretty great actually for doing the work, but in the meantime we can get that going. Okay, and we need some gold slabs for that. We need some iron, so let's just grab some iron. In fact, I've got more in here. Don't think I'm really need this much, but may as well try anyway. And we need to convert that to block form. I want to say 4 of these, I think. We can get away with less if we change the size of them, but I thought I'd give it a go anyway. 4 mob fans. And we have different area of effects, etc. Because the spawn area in my mob farm is a sort of a ring shape, I'm going to push them all towards the back and then in from the sides to actually come towards the mob masher, which is the bit that kills them. And this one is going to stick out from the middle area, I think. And then you can upgrade the mob masher to have different things. In particular, what sort of, where is it? It's going to be the looting one. There we go. You have a maximum of 10 of the looting ones, and that's going to take lapis and gold nuggets and redstone. Very cheap for what it actually does. Excuse me. So to do this, we're going to need some iron swords. 3, 6, 7, 8. And blocks of iron as well. So let's just get some blocks of iron. I'm going to say at least 3. And then the iron swords, I'm going to need some sticks. Not very many of them, but enough to get started. There we go. And we need the spikes. That's one set of spikes. Why can't I make another set? Yep, there we go. And they should automatically get us a quest, I think. Ooh, I need a singularity tank for the last part of the quest. And singularity tank, what do you take? You are just glass and iron, which I should have in one of these. There we go, some glass. Singularity tank. Should be good enough for the quest. And which quest is that? That's a good... Mob grinding facilities. There we go. It's not in here. It's a different tab. It's going to be. Yes. Because it leads left onto the mob masher. Which is what we need to make now. Mob masher. So 3 diamonds. What are we missing? The 3 diamonds, another block of redstone. That's pretty much it, looks like. I have 3. 1 mob masher. I don't think this picks up stuff, so that's not a problem. Mobs mashed do count as player kills and can be enhanced with upgrades. So since we want the looting ones anyway, there we go. I'm going to take that. Was it nuggets? I really hope so, because I just made a lot of nuggets, if not. Yep. Well, that's enough to make 10. And I'm also going to go for the sharpness upgrade if I can. That's also a maximum of 10. Oh, that's a lot of swords. Okay. I should make 1 or 2, because I want to make this fairly good at what it does. So... 24. It's 4 times, so that would be 6 lots. So, yeah, let's actually just go ahead and do it. It's going to go into there. That's fine. I know this does seem odd, but we definitely want them to be killed fast. Because if we convert this over to being a farm that runs off cursed earth, it's going to be a lot faster. So we need to take care of it. I've turned the lights on over there, so we shouldn't have any mobs in our way. And indeed, I'm probably going to have to revisit this whole wall of stuff because I need to, now that I have conduits, which I just made with pulsating iron because I've got an induction furnace over there, you can just put an ender pearl and iron in there, you get pulsating iron out. So with some conduit binder, we have item conduits at last. So that's good. And yes, it is fine in there. So let's go through the back. And I don't have any blocks with me. I think I want them to be maybe sticking out of that block. Like that. Okay, and if I just put the upgrades in, looting and mob masher. When they loot, I assume it's just going to drop and then get pulled in by the absorption hopper, so that will be good if that does happen. And did I drop the earth and it got dragged into our system? I think I did. It's annoying. We're going to want a couple of other things. We're going to want fans, and we're going to put them there maybe, and it's going to drag in all the blocks. There. There. And the same thing here on this side. So I'm not going to need to be able to see through this anymore once the mob farm's up and running. I do need to get to that chest though. There we go. And red hearts. We can get more more player hearts with that. So let's just put this earth back. And let's hope this does its job. I'm not sure if it needs any more room. If so, we'll have to move it 1 back if that's the case. So why don't I just turn this off and, well, let's get the fans in first of all. And let's see whether they work well. Do they need redstone power? So it's 1x1 by default. We probably want something to raise it up so it pushes, you know, it's 3 high, something like that. Easy enough to make with the other upgrades. Can I just put a block there? Yep, just to... Oops. This is going to get taken again. Yep. I actually want it to point this way, please. There we go. And the same thing here I could do with another block, so let's just put those down. Okay. Are they redstone powered? I think they are, so we can get a lever or two and have those done. So let's just grab my last one from over here. One mob farm coming up. Yeah, this way. Okay, and then I'll have to block that last section up right there. And the same thing on the other side. We don't want anything in there, essentially, so we can just fill that up. Okay, and our farm is up and running. We can tell, I can put a torch up there. See, I've got a lever on the inside. Well, I don't think the mob's going to hit it, but I guess, can we actually trigger it from out here as well? Yeah, it doesn't matter anyway, because that's now running. All the fans are on, essentially. It doesn't show an animation, but they are on. And then anything that spawns will quickly get killed, and its stuff will get put around here. Of course, the ultimate test of that is whether I'm willing to go and convert over to cursed earth. Well, we'd better try, hadn't we? Let's go and find where that touch. Let's have a look. Touch or drop of evil, was it? Let's look for evil. Not in there. Not there. There it is. Drop of evil. And let's see how this functions, shall we? One automated mob farm. Maybe. And it all really depends on how good that mob masher is at the back. How much damage that actually causes. Alright. There it goes. Cursed Earth is now active. So above here I've got lights, of course, so I can turn them on to essentially deactivate the farm. Other than that, they should start spawning stuff quite quickly. Oh, there it goes. They'll all get pushed around. And that is looking successful. Yep. Rib bones. Gunpowder. Ender pearls. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Yep, it's fairly compact. It's inside a sort of one chunk space, even though it's not lined up with chunks at the moment. And we've got our draw controller set up in front of it. Oh, yeah, that was an Enderman. Yep. Fine and working. Good. All right, what do we need to move on to next? I think we're just out of time this episode, because last episode I went on for 40 odd minutes. It must have been a really long one. This time we've actually got things done quite quickly. We've got an automated mob farm, completely automated now. Although I do need to fix this by putting more of these drawers in and maybe filtering things preferentially. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a chicken, I think. This pack has demon chickens and demon pigs, and basically any spawning natural, normally passive mob is not passive. Yes, and as soon as they die, they spawn demon variants. Anyway, aside from the screams over there, we've got that done. We've got the automated farm. I'm not sure if I mentioned this bridge. I went over there just to get the sapling, which is in here, if I didn't mention it already. I will probably go the other way and try and get to that astral sorcery building at some point, but we may well just get an actual flight pack, and I think that's what I'm going to concentrate on next episode, getting to flight. Well, at least as close as possible. You know, a jetpack does count if that works. Alternatively, we go for the angel ring. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this one. Feel free to give it a thumbs up if you have. Like, subscribe, share as you normally would. Click the bell for notifications. And and I'll see you next episode for some more Project Ozone 3. Thanks for watching.